I thought I'd give a quick little mini report for another very interesting part about Burning Man this year. Burning Man is well known for its displays of modern paganism, occult spirituality, of lots of things. I mean, it's not just that, but it's the representation of spirituality and religion at Burning Man is as broad as you could possibly be, even though, the Christian representation is quite small, not zero, but quite small. And this is displayed in a lot of different ways. There's lots of rituals, public rituals, lectures and teachings and preachings going on. Of course, no Christian preaching, but all the other ones are okay. And art, and this art can take many forms. Paintings or sculptures to performance art, but included in this art is architecture.
The thing that separates Burning Man from other transformative event, even that's more like a concert or whatever, is the architecture and the art and all that comes together for these huge displays, which kind of brings to life all the philosophies and ideas.
With eyes to see, each one of them has just extraordinary spiritual significance, perhaps literally or, especially to those who can kind of recognize what they're looking at. And one of the biggest, I think it was the biggest this year, with the exception of the man and the temple, was something called the Chapel of Babel. Ooh, the Chapel of Babel. The Chapel of Babel was somewhere around 60 feet high. Dare I say, probably 66 feet high. It was a ziggurat, much like the ancient Tower of Babel. The top of this ziggurat was a sort of golden capstone, which included some stained glass. Around the entire outside, it was just absolutely adorned with black and white photography, symbology, occult iconography. It had the tarot archetypes. It had, honestly, just some very strange stuff that I didn't really know exactly what it was, but it was obviously had some sort of occult significance.
Like pregnant women and other things
Pregnant
going on.
women, yeah, right. There's a baby.
Yeah.
Just very ritualistic looking eyeballs all over the place.
Eyes all over, yeah.
Of course, you could go inside the Chapel of Babel. The doorway to the Chapel of Babel was interesting because looming very large over the door, Larry Harvey. And Larry Harvey was one of, if not the sort of founding father of Burning Man. His image is gigantic. You almost like walk through his mouth or something to go into the chapel. And of course, he had a nice little third eye that was opened up. Inside was just as extravagant, very intricate, just endless amounts of this black and white symbology and iconography.
Yeah. I think True Stream Media said the not so occult ritual. Yeah, it's not really occult anymore. It's occult means hidden. It's not hidden.
Right.
It's just there now. It's like, hey, we're here.
And on the inside, you'll notice, people with eyes to see can see that there is an arch. An arch that looks very familiar to many people. It is missing the capstone at the top of the arch because it is the Arch of Baal. Big, nice Arch of Baal on the inside as the stained glass, showers the whole thing with light. And it was really an incredible piece of construction. Of course, the destiny of the Chapel of Babel was to be burned, to set it on fire. And it was the site of a number of events and rituals. Some people, so I talked to a few people, and they all kind of considered it in a similar way, which is that it was the third landmark of Burning Man. If you know the history, of course, Burning Man always had the man that got burned, and then one year they made the temple, and everybody liked the temple thing so much that it kind of just stuck around and became a part of the institution. Now every year there's the man that burns down, and there's the temple that burns down. And I have a sneaking suspicion, considering that the artist who created the Chapel of Babel said that this was the last thing that he would make out on the playa. I think there's a very good chance that this Chapel of Babel will become a repeated piece of construction.
Yeah, they'll just keep doing it until Baal comes down, he just shows up.
Exactly.
He's like, I am Baal, and he's there.